and today I'm going to be doing part 1 of what if Luffy had Smoker's Devil Fruit. So basically how this what if is going to be going on is Luffy. Now I really want to make him a marine, but then now that I think about it, you have Aokiji, then you have, you have all of the admirals, and they all have Logia type Devil Fruits, and we need a pirate who has a Logia type Devil Fruit. Seems like we rarely get those, so yeah. But I really want to make him an admiral. But then I'm literally here watching the Marineford War, as I'm doing it. You want to hear some? Yeah. That's a proof. I'm not gonna put out the entire "You're My Brother" stuff because I'm not trying to get copyrighted. So I just put out "You're My." So I wish y'all could see Luffy's face right now. It's like clouds, and then it's like he's grinning, but in a mad way, with blood coming down from his eyes, and his eyes are literally round. So, without further ado, let's get right into this. What if we? Okay. So Luffy carries around that staff, and he wears this because in this one, I was trying to get away with something and make Luffy a warlord, but instead, what I'm thinking of doing is, Luffy's basically going to be a marine like Smoker. He's going to look exactly like Smoker, and then so that's that. Luffy, in terms of strength, is on par with the admirals. He's Marco level. So we're basically gonna get to the Marineford War. Is Luffy's just standing there with the other warlords, and then he's looking at and as he's looking at the war that's going on, just sitting down in his chair, as he gets up and he says, "Well, I guess I could try to assist." As he takes out his whatever Smoker has on his back, a pole kind of sword, katana pole. He takes out his pole, and as he's walking out, Doffelbig then asks, "Where are you going?" "I'm gonna go have some fun with these little amateurs. I'm starting to get really bored." No. Luffy's not going to be a marine. Luffy's actually going to be a Yonko first commander, and he's going to be a part of Smoker's Pirates. So when Luffy gets to Marineford, everyone is not scared, I would say, but yes, they are scared because this is the infamous Luffy, known to be on par with the admirals. As Luffy just walks out, as he's yawning, he then turns his body into smoke, and he says, "Let's hurry. I'm gonna hurry up and get this over with." As he looks over at where his brother Ace is, then he says, "What a fool. You just had to go after that one pirate. And if you didn't try and go get him, what? It would have scarred your pride. It would have put a scar on your pride." I would never understand the ideals of humans. There's Us humans are so stupid. All for some little thing called pride. As Luffy did walked out, and Whitebeard just looks at Luffy as he doesn't really pay attention to Luffy. He knows who Luffy is. He knows how strong Luffy is, but he doesn't really care. Like, he doesn't really care that much about what Luffy can do. So Luffy is actually stronger than Marco. He was actually offered many times on the Whitebeard pirates to become, to join Whitebeard's crew, but he declined because he wants to be the Pirate King, as he's already considered the 5th Yonko. Luffy's bounty is 2 billion berries. As Luffy's just walking, is just walking on the battlefield, and then a couple of soldiers come rushing at Luffy as they all cover him in a circle, and then they go rushing at Luffy simultaneously as their blades then cut straight through Luffy, and they then scar each other. Luffy says, "How dumb can you be?" As he then just keeps walking. The admirals are just sitting in their chair saying how exquisite and exquisite. And now that Luffy's come, now the admirals want to, stop Luffy. So I'd actually rather have Kainu, but he's not here right now. As Kizaru orders a couple Marines to go rush and kill or attack Luffy. As Luffy then just bites on his cigar as he puffs out some smoke. As he then just spits it out of his mouth. From this day on, I'm gonna stop taking those. I'm starting to feel like they're not good for my body. What am I talking about? I'm made off of smoke. As Luffy then just lights another cigar and puts it in his mouth. As he jumps in the air and then he rushes at the pirates, he says, "Okay," and as he rushes at the Marines, he says, "Okay, whatever you do, don't get your dirty blood or anything like that on my cigar." So basically, Luffy's going to have a little sword in this one, like a little katana, because I can't see him having that bashful thing. As he cuts some of the opponents, and one of the opponents actually gets a sneaky on him, and then he cuts Luffy's neck, but this just goes straight through Luffy's neck like it was nothing. As Luffy uses the head of his sword as he hits the guy in the eye, as the guy then covers up his eye, and then Luffy cuts him right in the rib. Then all of a sudden, Mihawk then slashes a airwave at Luffy, which Luffy just looks up as he puts his hand out, and he does the same as he clashes with Mihawk's airwave, which sends a little shock. No, it doesn't send a shock at all, but it had a little impact. As Luffy then just smirks as he turns in, as his body turns into smoke except for his head. Then he says, Let's see how good you can do. Let's see how good you can do when you can't see all the smoke." As then Luffy then starts to disappear into the air, as he's become one with the smoke. And then all of a sudden, they see a floating sword and a cigar, with a vest on it. And then all of a sudden, Luffy pops up right at where Mihawk is. As let's say that Mihawk separated from the other warlords are separated from Mihawk, as he then goes for a slash down at Mihawk, as Mihawk does the same thing, as their blades then clash. they then Mihawk then jumps back as Luffy flies back. As he then creates kind of like a wing out of one of his arms, and then he makes his other arm bigger with a sword in it. As he then rushes at Mihawk, and they both go for their respective attacks as Mihawk is sent flying back. As he looks at Luffy, and then all of a sudden Kizaru comes in with a light kick at with a kick to Luffy, with a devil fruit enforced kick to Luffy's head, but Luffy turns into smoke as he then disperses before Kizaru can hit him. As Kizaru says, "Whoa, that was special. Now let's see if the rumors that we heard were true, and you're actually able to keep up with the admirals." As Luffy then just smirks and he says, "Let's see." As this is where I'm going to be ending off this What If. I'm really tired. Like, comment, subscribe, share to all of your friends on your social media platforms. YouTube, we're out. Peace.